Yo, 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 good morning. Who's here? Always struggling to make it a super smooth experience for those first 10 seconds. So, yeah, appreciate the patience, guys. What's going on? Welcome to the Crow Show, episode 12 live stream. Got a bit of Crow coin talk, as per usual, of course. Main City launched this year. I believe it's on October 30th this year, 2023. And just a bit of overall crypto news, guys. Obviously, if you've been checking out the cryptocurrency markets, a lot of cryptos have actually been performing very, very well. I haven't actually checked Bitcoin this morning. I literally haven't even looked at the chart. I've just opened up the good old coin market cap there, but I haven't seen if Bitcoin's managed to hold 30k overnight for me. What it'll be, it's just past 7:30 a.m. this morning in Australia. So yeah, good morning for myself, good afternoon, good evening for probably a lot of you that are on Eastern Standard Time. Hope you're having a good one out there. So yeah, folks, what's everybody been doing? Has everybody been buying this dip? Have you guys been buying a bit more Crow, or what's been going on? Let's start by taking a bit of a look at the overall markets. Feel free to get active in the chat, say hi, ask any questions. We'll be checking out all of the NFT prices, see if there's been any movement on those at all, including the Loaded Lions, Cyber Cubs, the Land, Expedition Packs. If there's any other Chronos NFTs that you kind of want me to check out as well, I'd be more than happy to go ahead and have a look at them too. So I think let's just go ahead and have a bit of a look at the broader markets to kind of see how things are tracking today. So if we go ahead and have a look at Bitcoin, sitting pretty solid there, $30,461 US at the moment. Bitcoin is sitting down 0.2 for the last 24 hours. No movement for the last hour, but as we can see, folks, this is what is great, and this is obviously been the driver of the whole market. I've been interested, passionate, kind of putting money in, taking money out of cryptocurrency from end of 2017. I bought my first amount of Bitcoin. It was around 300 Great British pounds worth, I think, when BTC was roughly around $3,000 US on Coinbase, and then I just started buying all kinds of different altcoins. And yeah, at one point, at the peak of that bull market at the end of 2017, my portfolio, I was using Blockfolio, I think at the time, the free portfolio tracking application there on the smartphone. Portfolio was up to around $20,000 US, and I just thought, this can't be real. I'd never withdrawn, money to a bank account or anything like that. I just couldn't believe it. Kept buying, rode out the dip, but just continued to buy and didn't sell. And yeah, this is just another bear cycle we're going through now. I mean, if you can even call it a bear cycle. I mean, personally, I think BTC above 30k, definitely not out of the woods. We really want to see that 40k, in my opinion, turn into a bit of a support before we start thinking on those terms. And even Ethereum really up at around 4,000, creating 4,000 support. That's more or less over a 2x from here for Ethereum as well, sitting roughly at around $1,900 US at the moment, but still up 9.7 for the last 7 days. Let me know in the chat though if you guys are holding mainly CRO, or maybe it's another altcoin, or maybe you don't, maybe you're not holding much at the moment. Maybe you're in stable coins or just cash in the bank as well, or maybe let me know if you're holding Bitcoin, Ethereum. What are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling about all that out there? Let's go have a look at some of the other big plays in the space. Obviously Binance, last 7 days hasn't really seen much movement. It's actually down 2.4%, and probably no surprise due to, the ongoing, pending lawsuit with the SEC. Some pretty serious allegations that we went over last week and maybe a little bit in the previous week that we won't go over again today. But essentially, that's going to be a long, drawn-out battle. And, what do I really think in summary? I think Binance will more than likely come out the other end of it okay. But unfortunately, the BNB token probably won't see a hell of a lot of crazy movement until, I suppose, there is a lot more clarity around that case. And it's a bit of a shame as well at the time that it's come. I mean, had it have come maybe at the start of the bear market when there was less liquidity for people to actually invest in a token like Binance, then perhaps their token wouldn't have been suffering as much. But we do have an impeding bull market. We've got the Bitcoin halving coming next year, and you know, over the next 2-3 years, we're hoping to see a lot more positive green action in the markets. And unfortunately, BNB, I just don't think is going to rise to anywhere near the levels of some of maybe its counterparts, like, can you guess which one? Maybe Crypto.com. So it is a shame for BNB, and, you know, they are kind of an industry leader as such, which does help Crypto.com. You know, all of these bigger exchanges, whilst they are competitors, I think a lot of the bigger ones also, you know, we're kind of all on the same team as well. We should be, in my opinion. Strength in numbers, working together, giving clarity, you know, trying to work through, you know, the corruption that is, you know, the crypto world that we live in. Corruption on all fronts, guys. You know, you've just got to, you've just got to do the best with the situation you've been given, not only in life, but, you know, as a retail investor. But these are kind of the battles, the ongoing battles that these exchanges have to deal with. And unfortunately, us as retail investors, you know, who, if we don't know people that are up in higher places, we're kind of, we're always going to have the wool pulled over our eyes to some degree. So it's not easy, guys. It's not easy. You just got to take in as much information, you know, as much unbiased information as possible, and then make your decisions accordingly. You know, it's a little bit like Ripple as well. You know, that lawsuit was meant to be coming to a close, I think, pretty soon, right? But it just hasn't really seen a hell of a lot of movement either. Of course, we've had the general spikes up and down, but as you can see as well, 0.1 down for the last 7 days, when a lot of its other counterparts have actually been moving up. Like Cardano, for instance, up 9.7. You know, Dogecoin up 8.4. That's a meme, so it's not exactly the same. Solana up 8.9, a bit more of a good example. Even Tron up 4.4. Polkadot 13.7. You know, Matic got absolutely obliterated, but still managed to make a bit of a comeback, up 10.7. Wrap BTC, we've got AVAX up 18, SHIB up 10, Uniswap up 20. You know, big movements here, guys. Chainlink up almost 20 as well. Right, continue to scroll down. Stellar up 14. Filecoin, Aptos, Quant managed to hit a 6.3, and Kronos managed to hit a 9.7. 9.7 there on Kronos. A little bit disappointing that we didn't see maybe a little bit more buying pressure from Kronos, but I mean, don't know. I think that, you know, that will probably come sometime in the future too. And just let me know, guys, if you got any more thoughts on the overall general market, any quick questions or anything like that, and then we'll maybe jump in and just have a look at Kronos's price there as well. Before we do that as well, though, guys, I also, you know, I'm not sure if we've got any meme coin investors out there, particularly Dogecoin holders, maybe Flowkey, Shiba Inu, anything like that. Pepe, though, even Apecoin, you know. But what I'll say is Pepe, though, in terms of volume versus other meme coins, has been on an absolute tear. And I'd actually be really interested to know, you know, there's a lot of opinions about meme coins, Pepe in the space and everything like that. I think at the end of the day, guys, you know, a meme coin is essentially, it really is just a pure straight up gamble. All right, you can class that in the same category as a lot of other cryptos as well. All right, there's no real genuine utility. There is supposedly a cap supply at around just over 420 billion, I think, okay, for Pepe versus Doge, where it doesn't, you know, it's got that inflationary supply. Pepe, I think, is deflationary, okay. 68.8% up, guys, for the last 7 days. A lot of influencers, particularly ones, like Altcoin Daily, I think maybe BitBoy called it, and there's heaps folks on Twitter and everything, were calling the end of Pepe. I didn't think so. I think, you know, Pepe is the iconic meme, of course, and that's really all you need to know. Like, it doesn't have to have any other utility outside of that. 68.8% up, so people are buying it. Okay, unique holders are up, but let me know if you guys are actually holding that one as well. So let's scroll back out. We'll jump into the chat, and then we'll have a bit of a look specifically at the CRO coin there. 0.8 up for the last 24. Thanks for joining us in the stream today, folks. If you're here, appreciate the likes, guys. If you want to see CRO go to the moon, then make sure you do smash that like button. I am bringing you these streams now regularly every single Sunday, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. I know the last 2-3 weeks starting, it's been a bit, you know, I've been starting like 5 to 10 minutes late, so sorry about that. I'm just still sort of trying to get a bit organised. I'm still in Australia at the moment at my mum's place, but next week heading back over to Thailand, and we've got a bit of a bigger place, our own place. I'll have a bit of my own setup because I'm a little bit congested and crammed where it is right now, so no excuses, but a little bit harder to get organised. The franchise, Up to 30k CRO, hoping to get up to 50k before the bull run starts. That's a great goal, the franchise. 50k CRO, I think, would be an awesome goal, buddy, for sure. Yeah, no. 50k, excellent goal, guys. Even 10k, 10k, that's a good goal for the next bull run, And I've got to be honest, I do see CRO as it's one of more of my blue chip investments for sure. 100%. I'm currently staking mine just on the DeFi wallet, getting that 10% thereabouts. After fees, it's probably a little bit less, and validator fees and everything like that. What's going on, Jack? Hope you're having a good one, mate. Thoughts on HBAR? You know what, Jack? I don't have any immediate thoughts on HBAR. I'm not a holder personally. I don't know too much about it, to be honest, but I'm happy to have a little bit of a quick squiz at it. Lost a lot of money on MMF, Tectonic, and VVS. Yeah, man, look, I lost a lot of money on MMF too. One particular NFT I bought as well, but I just cut my losses, got out. I invested with CRO into MMF, lost a lot of money. That on the MMF token, but also on basically it was just timed with the bear market so badly, so it's just like a double obliteration on a lot of my CRO holdings, which really sucks. It's hard, guys. You can't win them all, unfortunately. You've just got to try and win more than you lose. If you're winning more than you lose in crypto, then that's a win, guys. It's really easy to kind of just get sucked into thinking back about all the wrong decisions that we made, but we're not AI, guys. Maybe some of you are, or maybe some of you will be one day. All right, we'll have AI integrations going in and via our neural pathways connecting to our brain to make the most optimum algorithmic trading decisions when it comes to crypto and other assets in the markets. But for now, guys, there's too much emotions involved at times, even if we try not to be emotional. And unfortunately, ones like Tectonic and VVS, I never got in. I kind of always just lightly said about Tectonic and VVS. I didn't like, I didn't really see, VVS was kind of like the one that you just get the gains in VVS on VVS Finance, and you just cash them straight out into CRO. They try to tempt you into like a secondary pool, right? I think it's the Crystal Farms to get a little bit of extra interest on top, but I don't know. I just think, given the price of VVS, it didn't really look like an attractive one to me. So yeah, look, maybe we'll have a quick look at HBAR. I don't really know a lot about HBAR though, but I'll take a little bit of a look, and then we'll maybe just take a bit of a look at VVS too. But I have heard good things. I know there's like this other CRO influencer that talks a lot about HBAR Dara. I mean, in terms of market cap, it's performing pretty well, sitting at 5 cents. Circulating supply 31 billion. Okay, so it's got 50 billion max supply, so yeah, a little bit higher than CRO at the moment. How's it been performing? Yeah, so been around a while. This is really, look, when I'm looking at altcoins, guys, and look, to be honest, like I'm not really at the moment looking at many altcoins at all. If I'm just being fully transparent with you, which I always am, by the way, then I'm mainly looking at GALA in terms of altcoin holdings. CRO, okay, I've got Bitcoin, I've got Ethereum, I've got a bit of a Pepe bag. I'll be honest, I bought early. All right, and I might have a few small. I got some Illuvium, that I've been holding for ages as well. Few NFTs, but outside of that, I got a few tiny holdings in random altcoins, but I don't really have too much outside of that, folks. I just don't. And I've said this a few times, but really, if I think back to the start of when I started dabbling in crypto, 2017, all NFTs, all altcoins, if I had just invested in BTC, Ethereum, CRO, that would have been the best decision, But obviously the emotions get involved. You see all these altcoins doing 10, 20, 30, even 1,000 X's in some case. You want to get a piece of that pie. We're sitting back here, we're the working class. We want to, we want to get a bit of that big cherry pie, don't we? So of course we start throwing money in, and then a few of us get a bit more greedy than others, and I definitely fell into that category. Talking about a lot of my losses that I've personally had over the years. But as I was saying with HBAR, regardless of what anyone says, guys, whether they're trying to fight a project or anything like that, the token price is obviously not everything, but it is a really strong indication, especially over a 3-year period. Obviously, if we saw this over a 5-year period, it would be a better indication of perhaps where the future is going. But the fact that investors are kind of bullish from having a 424.71% increase over 3 years, you still got to think about that, guys. Now, I know that CoinGecko analytics are not 100% accurate, and they're not on CoinMarketCap either, okay? But, you know, if we call it an average of 100% per year over 3 years, good year in the stock market, property market is 15% up, then you're looking pretty sound. You know, this is pretty sound. This is not bad at all. Now, you know, I don't even know. Again, I've done no research into HBAR, guys. It's not one of my investments, so I don't know a lot about it. Talk to me a little bit about it in the chat, and maybe we'll check it out a bit later as well. But whilst I'm here, I also wanted to just draw that comparison to VVS while we're here. You know, I never was a bag holder of VVS. I always, you know, I thought it was a pretty good exchange, a decentralized exchange in terms of staking. There's some good rewards and things like that. But as for the token and holding it, I was never really a fan. I'm actually surprised to see it at 253 rank in terms of market cap. It's actually kind of impressive. Has it been coming back up in price? No. See, this one, look. Last 2 weeks, 1.1 up. Last 7 days, 5.2 up. Last 24 hours, 0.2 up. So, as we kind of saw with those sort of top 50 alts, you know, a lot of them, aside from a few, BNB, to name one, XRP, to name another one, a lot of them were up comfortably over 10%, right? And certainly weren't anywhere near their all-time lows, okay? But if we have a look, this VVS here, guys, you know, just 10 days ago it set that all-time low, and it's only up 8.72%. Ignore this 99.16. This is not accurate. This is not accurate. I don't know why. That's never usually super accurate, but this tends to be a little more accurate. How high it's up from that all-time low. Only 8.72% up from that all-time low. You know, I don't know what's happening, but you know, I would imagine that a lot of investors are using VVS Finance to stake the crystal farms, and they're just cashing out and maybe trading into CRO or a stable coin, you know, that's hopefully going to hold a bit more value than VVS, because whilst you are, or you might be getting those better rates in VVS, if the token price is going down, then that's way more important, your actual foundational liquidity holdings. You know what I mean? I'm sorry about the audio last week. I'm hoping, I've got my mic turned down a bit because I had it turned up really high last week and I was talking really close, so it was sounding a bit grainy, but I hope it's sounding okay today. If my mic's sounding rubbish, guys, please do let me know if there's any problems with the audio. I do just want to have a quick look here at VVS. I actually thought about staking my CRO here on the CRO ETH pool, but kind of looked at the APR and it was somewhat half of what you could get on the DeFi wallet with the app, and then I created that little video as well about it as I was staking on the DeFi app. And I just thought, just throw it in the DeFi app, you know, get that 10%, maybe a bit less after fees, and Bob's your uncle, you know what I'm saying? But even here, so just to give you an example, right, alright. See, like, even CRO VVS is not even paying, like, so for example, you got CRO ETH, yeah? You got CRO ETH sitting here. Sorry if my display picture's in the way, guys, my webcam. You got a 5.45% APR without NFT stake boost, 12.5% with NFT stake boost, alright? That's always been somewhat my favourite pool, you know. CRO WBTC is good, I guess a little less risk if you're more bullish on BTC than you are Ethereum. Okay, you also got a CRO USDC 7.2. So these top three pools are good, legitimate pools, paying reasonable interest here and paying very good interest with the NFT stake. Alright, and considering a miner mole is the one you need to get, I've been dabbling about maybe getting a miner mole for a while, haven't got one yet. I know probably a lot of you guys might have some miner moles in the chat, let me know if you do. Like the artwork, like the basic utility, just kind of works, I think, at least for now. But as we can see here, look, CRO VVS, okay, so they're trying to rope you into this right here, right, 21.36%. You go, oh, 21%, that's so much better than 5 or 4 or 7.2. Yeah, let's just throw it in there. But guys, half of your holdings at least have to be in VVS, I believe, all right. I'm not actually sure because I haven't properly staked in a while. I think, I'm not, some of you, if you guys have been using it, will have to correct me on this, but I think you might be able to stake like more than one particular asset now, but maybe you don't get that particular interest rate. Could be totally wrong about that, but I did notice an option, or maybe it was that I could just basically supply the pool with all of my CRO liquidity, and then I might get some VVS back later. I don't know. There have been some upgraded to a lot of these DEXs. They're always getting upgrades, aren't they? You know, Uniswap's on like version 4, I think now, and it all just tends to get a little confusing if you're not keeping up to date with it. You know, I only know decentralized finance from just a basic point of view. Supply liquidity, get rewards, cash out to ETH. That's good enough for me. Give me the best rewards and I'm good. But yeah, you know, so 21.36% APR might sound attractive on the VVS, and it ropes a lot of people in, but don't know, guys. Even this one down here, VNO, VVS, I jumped in Vino as well, got dumped on that too. But yeah, that's my thoughts on VVS, you know. So we'll jump back in the chat, see what's going on. Appreciate everyone being in the stream, guys. Got 10 viewers here, 9 likes, guys. Remember to smash the like button if you enjoy these streams. If you want to see CRO go to the moon, hit that like button, guys. We'll be here every Sunday, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, or just after. Morning for me, that's why I've got the coffee. David Tolgren, thanks for being in the stream, mate. What is a realistic price you think CRO will get to this bull run? Yeah, so if we talk about bull run, David and everyone else who's interested, you know, I think, you know, I spoke a little bit about this last week. 2024 got the Bitcoin halving. Usually we see that Bitcoin all-time high. Following that, maybe like a year after, you know, so it doesn't coincide like at the time of the halving or anything like that. So if you're to think back historically, then really think back historically, we may not see a bull run anytime earlier than 2025. Of course it could come sooner. I mean, it almost looks like we're starting to ramp up to a bit of a bull run now, right? BTC holds above 30k. If we get a push up above 40k, I spoke a little bit about this on some recent videos that I've been doing. Also, let me know in the chat, guys, if you're enjoying like the walk and talk vlogs. I used to do a lot of these in the early days of my channel, but I kind of just stopped doing them. I don't know why, but I'm talking about just like the vlogs where I'm kind of like walking through the street, just giving some off-the-cuff opinions. But I kind of spoke a little bit about how, you know, how important these ETFs were, particularly from BlackRock, and then there have been a few other companies that have actually followed suit recently, some more traditional finance companies as well. Very bullish, but the real bullish case, it's only 10% on the journey. To get that full 90% bullish fundamental, we need green light from the SEC, approves the BlackRock ETF for trading, and then BlackRock is then able to invest a small amount of its investor funds into BTC. That allocation, that's that institutional money going into BTC that we will see push the price up, and that's, in my opinion at least, that's the only thing at the moment that we've got going for us in the overall markets and CRO to really see us even think about heading towards those all-time highs again. All right, so if we get a green light from the SEC on BlackRock, then I honestly think, yeah, we could possibly see an all-time high for Kronos before the end of 2025, maybe sometime in 2024. Obviously, I don't know, you know, it could come anytime. Probably not today or next week or next month even. But yeah, we get that green light, guys, and things can take off. Because what I know, if I know anything from investing in crypto from 2017, is that markets can just seem like they're doing absolutely nothing, and it just seems like that they've never moved. You know, the idea that Kronos could even get above 10 cents, just under 2x from here, just sounds kind of like, man, that's so far off. But hey, you know, we were up a lot higher. We were at 96 cents according to CoinGecko, you know. Still up 383.81% over the last 4 years, so tracking really, really well still, guys. It's like we were talking about H-bar before, and how, you know, again, it doesn't really matter what I say, whether I like it or if I'm invested or not. Market cap's good, performance is good over a few years, you know, not just a few months or a few weeks, or it's not just a meme coin that someone's created that's been out for a week and then it pumps like a 50,000 million billion X and then drops like a trillion X, right? Gets rug pulled. It's not like that. These are more or less established products. You know, Crypto.com is, you know, providing an all-inclusive service for kind of all cryptocurrency applications, pretty much, to the general retail investor, and, you know, making it, I guess, digestible for the average person. They got everything, right? credit card payments on NFTs, you know. I don't think they're really dabbling into NFT music specifically at the moment, but I'm sure there's something in the works for that, because NFTs within music is an extremely valuable application, not only for the listener, but also and especially the artist as well, for essentially just taking more control over their own earning potential and their own worth. Right, so they're taking care of a lot of things. They've got the exchange, obviously, Crypto.com exchange. They got the DeFi wallet. You know, they got Crypto.org chain, Kronos chain, you know, for crypto applications as well coming on board. Crypto.org chain for fast settlements. Alright, you know, they're building something, guys. You know, you can clearly see they're building something. I also had a video talking about, you know, all of the boring regulations that Crypto.com continues to strive and get as well. You know, this is all just foundational building blocks to just continue to strengthen the bull case for BTC, at least, for CRO, at least versus some other altcoin assets, you know, in that particular category. You know, if we're to go back and just kind of look, and just have a look at kind of a few of the other altcoins that are performing in a similar way to CRO, you know, ARB, Quant, Aptos, Hedera, Stacks, the Graph, you know. I mean, you can't tell me that CRO, you know, I think CRO's going to be worth more than Stellar. I think CRO's worth more than OKB. You know, even Monero, even though it's pumping 17.2%. Maybe that's a bit of a different case. You can't really compare that. It's more of a privacy coin, but, you know, CRO next bull market, you know, it's got to be a top 20 altcoin in my opinion. You know, you'd hope so, because they they're going to need it to be, I would think, especially with all that marketing they're doing, all those partnerships, sponsorships, and everything like that. You know, it cannot be cheap. It cannot be cheap. So, yeah, you know, best case, I reckon, green light ETF, green light on the ETF from BlackRock. We could see an all-time high for CRO in 2024. Need that green light. Unless there's something else that happens in the market. If we don't get that bullish fundamental in the market, then yeah, it's, you know, it's probably not going to happen. Otherwise, the next thing is the Bitcoin halving, and then a year after that, we might see some movement. So 2025, maybe even 2026, worst case. God, I hope I'm wrong though. You know, I'm ready for that bull, guys. Now, I was actually speaking to a friend as well, who's also passionate in crypto. He lives in Dubai, and he knows a lot of people who, you know, run cryptocurrency businesses and all kinds of different things. And one particular gentleman that I don't know personally, but he was speaking to, he basically mentioned that he knows a lot of government officials in the UAE, and they were basically saying, look, we believe in Bitcoin, we believe in the narrative of crypto. I'm talking, this is like coming from the mouth of guys that, you know, have influence over people with billions and billions of US dollars of wealth, that have high level influence, right, over, you know, Saudi Arabia and the whole of the UAE, guys. Okay, huge influence. And, you know, for those of you that don't know, there is a lot of money in that space of the world, and for the most part they're pretty open to crypto, but what they're waiting for is more clarity and more regulation. So it doesn't help when you've got SEC Gensler with this lack of clarity around Ethereum as a security or not, or, you know, what's going on with all these other cryptos and things like that. None of that really helps, but we are getting more clarity now. You know, so this is the silver lining with, you know, the recent downturn in the market, followed by the upturn, followed by the downturn, followed by the upturn again, which we're sort of currently riding out now. You know, it's the fact that we are slowly getting more clarity. It's coming. It's coming. It might not feel like it, but it's definitely coming. Day by day, hour by hour, that clarity is coming to crypto. And one thing I can say with full confidence is that crypto's going nowhere. And the only one that can be a detriment, the only thing that can be a detriment to CRO, in my opinion, right now, is itself. Will a company do something outrageous, like pull the rug and run? You know, worst case scenario. You know, it's yeah, it's unlikely, but you never know. You never know what can happen. Sam Bankman-Fried, I was never invested in FTX. I never used the exchange, but, you know, I had a lot of people I know quite well that lost a lot of money on FTX because they trusted the platform, because really did have the most regulation. It was in bed with the SEC, more or less. Okay, but I just kind of thought, yeah, alright, but they're so new. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I thought they were a scam or anything before it happened, but they did just pop up onto the scene. So I was personally never going to be, I might have opened an account and maybe had a little bit of crypto in there, but I would never have all your crypto on one exchange as well, guys. I think that's another thing as well you got to be aware of. If you've got all of your crypto on crypto.com, you may want to consider, I mean, depending on how much it is, right? If you've got like, I don't know, if you've been investing from 2017 or 2015, you've got like, I don't know, a few $100,000 and it's all in crypto.com app, just mix it up, guys. Throw some on the ledger, mix it up. I've got crypto on all kinds of different exchanges, not just on crypto.com app. You got to be smart. Don't have it all in one place, because you get shut down. That's it. That's it. Don't be naive in this space. All right, let's jump in the chat and then we'll look at moving on. It's about 8:09 where I am. Thanks for being in the stream today, guys. Appreciate the likes coming in. 12 likes. Let's maybe see if we can get this stream up to 20 likes. Got 11 viewers at the moment, watching for an average of 6 minutes 38. So I really do appreciate that, guys. Yeah, so sorry about the loss on Tectonic and VVS and MMF, Jack. That does suck. What is a realistic price you think CRO will get to this bull run? Yeah, so David, just to really answer that, we're kind of elaborating on that just now. But yeah, man, look, I'd be happy with an all-time high by, mid to end of 2025. Z Weeble Brot LL, loaded line to the moon. See you in Main City. Oh yes, baby. Who is ready for Main City? We're going to be talking a little bit about Main City, just touching on that as well. Very surprised by that, kind of like a shock announcement, really. But correct me if I'm wrong, I still don't know if we know who the developers are. I made a bit of a video talking about how that was one of the negatives. Minor, well, I don't want to say it's minor. It's not really minor. I think knowing who the we know that it's endorsed by Crypto.com. But who is the specific developers behind Crypto.com? Because Crypto.com is not a gaming company, right? Crypto.com offers a broad range of services. It's a jack of all trades crypto company, all right? It doesn't specialize in gaming. So I want to know, who have they hired? What's the secret? Am I missing something here? I don't quite understand it. Do you have a profit-taking strategies? I would say I don't have like a written strategy or anything like that, David, but I kind of focus more on targets, I suppose, So, for example, Crypto.com hits an all-time high. I'll likely sell at least 20 to 25% at least of my CRO holdings and probably hold 75%. That, of course, may change, but at the moment, that's my specific strategy with Crypto.com. Another example might be Pepe, a bit more of a risk on play, but Pepe hits an all-time high. I invested pretty early. I'll probably looking at taking out. I'll take out a bit less because I'm a bit more greedy. I want it to run, but I might take out 10-15% of my overall Pepe holdings if it hits an all-time high. Leave most of it in the bag. Take some gains just to have, or rediversify or reinvest perhaps into maybe Bitcoin or something like that. That's kind of how I go about it. I don't get too down to like the nitty gritty of writing things down. Again, there's no right or wrong way. At the end of the day, if you're putting money in and taking more out over a longer period of time, then that's a win. Who's to tell you what the best or worst strategy is? Who's to tell you that dollar cost averaging is the best or not? There is the best strategy is whatever makes you more money than what you lose. If you put a lot of money in and then you take the money out and it's less over a long period, then unfortunately the strategy just hasn't worked for you. But maybe that strategy is going to work for someone else at a different period in time. A big element of it is luck and gambling as well. Most coins are gambling. That's just the bottom line. Influencers won't want to tell you that, but most currencies are gambling. They just are. Most NFTs are gambling. You can argue that almost all of them are. Doesn't invalidate them as a technology. NFTs, altcoins, fantastic. Blockchain, fantastic. Very important technology. But in terms of the applications built on there isn't a lot. There really isn't a lot. I was having a very kind of like brief conversation about this with a friend of mine who's kind of been dabbling in crypto. He's not into it like I am, but he does invest a bit. He said to me, you know, why is Ethereum going to do well? And I said, I don't know, because people are going to buy it. So, well, but what's actually built on Ethereum? Well, a lot of stuff's built on it. You've got this, and it's true. You know, there is a lot of things that are being built on Ethereum, but you know, what is actually built on Ethereum that, you know, has really stood the test of time, but also made quite a big difference? There's not really a lot. There's not really a lot. You know, I still invest in ETH because I know that people are going to buy it anyway. You know, but it's still, you know, it's still yet to kind of prove itself as internet money or whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? You know, but we buy it on the speculation. You know, really the only couple thing, you know, Crow's one that I kind of don't buy on speculation. Like I was kind of saying before, CRO, it serves, you know, I think it's the best all-inclusive service for the retail investor. Customer service is gone downhill since they've had the layoffs, but all companies have had layoffs, you know, but aside from that, it's all in one service. It kind of serves everyone, does the job. You know, Crow's a good example of one of the very few altcoins. Crow and GALA, you know, GALA as well. You know, you've got genuine gaming developers working on games. There's 50 odd games either being developed or, you know, already got playable beta versions and everything like that. You know, how can you argue against that? How can you argue against it? That's why, guys, you're probably thinking, why does this guy talk so much about GALA? Why does he talk so much about Crow? It's just that simple, guys. They're the projects that I'm interested and invested in, and it's as simple as that. You know, I'm not going to spend a lot of time, or really any time, talking about any projects that I don't believe are going to be around in the next bull market. You know, I'm just not. You know, I just don't, and you know, that might make my channel suffer overall in terms of not following the algos. Like if there's a popular coin, but you know, I don't want to talk about it because I don't know, I'm just not really on it. I don't think it's a good shout, then I just won't. You know, it's not really about that for me. My passion's raw and authentic for crypto, and I'm passionate and I believe in the projects I believe in, and that's just what I'm going to talk about. And you know, crypto.com is one of those projects, and it has been for a long time. My daughter's crying at the moment. She's probably a bit hungry for milk, so sorry if you guys can hear that. Alright, let's keep going through the chat a little bit, and then let's just jump on to the next segment after that. Yeah, so I hope that answers your question, David Tolgren. Thanks for being in the stream, my man. I think we spoke to you a little bit in the comments actually during the week. You had some good questions actually about the DeFi wallet, which I wasn't able to answer, but I'm continuing to look into that, buddy. So yeah, appreciate you commenting and being in the stream, my man. Big shout out. Don't know where all my moderators are. You know, got about 5 or 6 moderators here. People that have done a little donation to me in the stream. I made them mods, but I guess they'll show back up someday. Satoshi Anthony, what's going on, brother? Thanks for being in the stream, mate. Actually, you know what I'm going to do right now? I haven't done this in ages. Nice one, Satoshi. Satoshi Anthony's been pretty much one of my first, if not my first, long-term subscribers, followers, you know, cult members, if you like, for the crypto.com army from the early days. So I just want to give a massive shout out to him. Actually, you know, he actually has his own cryptocurrency channel, which is actually doing ridiculously well too. And yeah, he's been a long-term supporter of the channel with the double hearts here. Absolute awesome dude. Just made you a moderator there, Anthony, because you definitely deserve moderator status, mate. And yeah, guys, this guy's an absolute legend. He's based in the UK, I believe. How can we find your channel? Are we going to find your channel if we just type that in? Yeah, that's you. Awesome. So he's on 904 subscribers, guys. His goal is 1,000 subscribers. This guy is just proper authentic, guys. No frills, no bullshit, guys. He's a raw and genuine, you know, crypto enthusiast. He's really into crypto.com. He brings some really awesome content, guys. He's putting in a lot of effort, and it's very casual as well. You know, this kind of stuff, just down at the beach with his family. He's buying some CRO, just giving his honest thoughts. No bullshit, no unnecessary FUD, no unnecessary shilling. You know, he puts his money where his mouth is, and he's creating some great content. He's got 904 subscribers at the moment. Okay, guys, so yeah, big shout out to him. Go ahead and subscribe to his channel if you haven't already, guys. I'm going to put him just down here in the chat in terms of his actual YouTube link there. So I might even pin that actually. Yeah, I would never usually do that, guys. Promote other YouTubers, very rarely. But this guy, this guy is super genuine, guys. So yeah, go ahead and give him a bit of love. So thanks for being here in the stream, mate. Appreciate your ongoing support. Thanks, man. Appreciate you saying those kind words. I'm literally obsessed with CRO. Always will be. I know I should buy BTC and ETH, but CRO and GALA, in my opinion, are just far more fun to buy. Yeah, look, I agree, man. BTC and ETH, they are the boring buys, but yeah, I do think it's, in my opinion at least, important just to have a little bit. They're probably not going to go up as much in value, but just to kind of diversify a little bit. I think it's good to have a bit of BTC and Ethereum. But for sure, especially I think, this is, if you're someone that has gotten into the market and you don't have a hell of a lot to invest, investing $50 in BTC over a 5-year period, you're probably not going to make a lot of money. You might make a 4x if you're lucky, but what's that, $200? It's not going to change your life. It's not going to change your life, you know what I mean? So it's like if you got $100 maybe to invest, you might invest maybe $20 in BTC. You might invest in a few different coins. You probably would invest in a GALA and a CRO, maybe some meme coins. But again, when does it become gambling at that point? It's not easy, guys. And all different kinds of influencers are going to try and tell you the right way to invest or trade or whatever. There's no right or wrong. There's no perfect strategy, okay? Again, you put the money in, you take it out. For example, people invested, no idea about crypto, invested a few $100 in SHIB. They're millionaires now. They did it right. They're certainly doing it better than me. I mean, I know it's kind of different because I'm not here, I'm here for the passion and the interest in the space, and maybe a lot of those people weren't. But the bottom line is, if we're talking about it from a monetary return standpoint, hey, you invested in SHIB. You invested in SHIB at all-time low with a few hundred. You pulled out and you're like, or you at least were, maybe you're financially free now. Good on you. I'm not angry. I'm envious. I'm not jealous. I'm envious. I wish I was them. I'll go back and look at the charts and see the increase of SHIB from its all-time low and go, damn, I wish that was me. But what are you going to do about it? Look for the next opportunity. And I know getting a little bit off track here, but that's kind of why, I jumped into Pepe quite early, purely because Pepe, it's iconic #1 meme. You can't really argue with that. That actually is kind of objective. So I think it's kind of, I thought, just throw a few hundred in, maybe a few thousand. But yeah, just be careful with that one. So yeah, appreciate the love, Satoshi Anthony. You're an absolute legend, guys. Make sure you do go sub, guys. I've pinned Satoshi Anthony in the actual my pinned tweets here. I appreciate the donation as well, man. You didn't have to do that, man, but I really appreciate it. That's really kind, man. Look at this guy, man. Super generous, donating £5, man. He's got family, man. He's a family man. I think do you have 1 kid or 2 kids? I know you got a girl, but do you also have a boy too? You have to let me know. But he's an absolute legend, guy. I love that video that you did down at Cornwall, man. That was awesome. I think it was Cornwall, right? Unfortunately, I'm spewing, mate. I've actually done a lot of traveling around the UK, but I always wanted to go to Cornwall. I know it was like one of those major places, but I never actually. It's just pure laziness, and then it just got too cold, and I just never managed to get down there. I'm absolutely spewing. I mean, UK has got so many. Or maybe you're in Wales, actually. Was it Wales or Cornwall? I can't remember, but no, maybe. Or are you from Wales? Been to Wales. Wales is absolutely stunning, guys. If you ever go to the UK, you have to make sure you go to Wales, guys, because Wales is just absolutely stunning. Yeah, probably the most beautiful place if we're talking about the entirety of the United Kingdom. Beautiful place. Absolutely stunning. So yeah, you're definitely up in the moderators, guys. If anyone's being cheeky in the chat, make sure you block them for me. Anthony. Yeah, legend, mate. Appreciate that £5 donation, man. You're an absolute G. Alright, let's have a bit of a look and see what else is going on in the chat here, guys, and then we'll just move on to the next segment. We've been running for about 44 minutes. Appreciate the likes coming in. Nomad with Qatar. What's going on? I'm not playing any games. Matic to the moon. I'm with you, bro. I got a Matic bag. That's another one which I didn't mention, actually. Matic. Polygon Matic, level ETH layer 2 scaling solution. You know, a lot of... I think Matic is one that's flying a little bit under the radar in terms of utility. Again, that success is going to be heavily governed on success of play-to-earn games specifically that are using Matic as a scaling solution. Okay, won't go into the details of that. Maybe I'll do that. I was kind of thinking about getting a GALA stream going. I tried it for a couple of weeks. It did okay, but I don't know. Crypto.com stream is always going to be my priority. I might start a GALA game stream again at some point, but I think I'm going to go more with the GALA play to earn stream. So actually doing blockchain gaming as my second stream for the week. And I know, like, some of you guys put a lot of community polls out there. A lot of you guys just want to hear about the CRO, just want to hear about GALA. Very few of you want to hear about both. Now, let me just say, Satoshi Anthony, he's got something in between the ears. You know, he's smart. You know, you don't have to be so, infatuated all the time with one project. You know, it's not essentially necessary. Yeah, I mean, CRO's great, but there are just a few other ones as well. You know, don't always get too infatuated, guys, because it can sting you at the end of the day. But also, in saying that, if you have absolute conviction in CRO as well, there's nothing wrong with investing everything in CRO. If that's your play, your strategy, your conviction, you're adamant on that, then there's also nothing wrong with that. But yeah, Matic's one. Bit disturbed sound. Yeah. Maybe I'll turn my volume down a little bit. Just let me know how that's sounding. 75% in DeFi wallet for safety. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, man, you gotta roll the profits out of those memes, man. 100%. Yeah, appreciate that, Satoshi. Big shout out to Satoshi Anthony. He's a G. Yes. Yeah, dude, on the way, due in September. Nice. September. God damn, man. That's really soon. Oh, awesome, man. Wishing your family all the best love and wishes. Yeah, I mean, goodness me. It's a lot of work, innit, mate, but it's so rewarding. So, yeah, man, you're doing a great thing, man. Just big shout out for you. Just getting that channel going, man. And you're almost on. You'll be on 1,000 subs. You could be on 1,000 subs easily before your little one's born, and they're gonna look back in 10 years and go, damn, my dad did a good thing. And even if it's not your main thing, it's gonna be, you're passionate about it, and that's that you're passionate about it. You're putting out good quality content, and what I'd say is just keep it consistent whenever you can, bro. Just keep it consistent. Don't give up. Just keep it going, man, because YouTube's a slow grind, but it's worth it to keep it going, especially if you've got the passion. You keep it going. Alright, guys, so let's kind of move on a little bit here. So yeah, not really delving in. I know we kind of discussed a little bit about the BlackRock's sort of BlackRock ETF impact on the market, but yeah, that did spark a few new waves for some other lower market cap institutions to slowly get involved as well. But again, it's just a question of what do BlackRock know that we don't. What have they got arranged with the SEC? How does the SEC directly benefit from BlackRock opening this ETF? I believe BlackRock have only had one failed filing out of, don't quote me on this, but I think it's over 200. It's a lot, basically, and I think, yeah, they're a TradFi, guys, traditional finance. 9 trillion assets under management, give or take like a trillion. That's insane, guys. Trillions. Just have a think about that for a second, folks. That's just absolute madness, guys. 9 trillion assets under management. So even 1% of BlackRock diversifying into Bitcoin, that could seriously move the markets in the right direction. Please, can we get this green light from the SEC and Gensler? That's just going to absolutely be ridiculous for the markets. Totally freaking ridiculous. Wisdom Tree is another one. Wisdom Tree is filed for a spot Bitcoin ETF as well. You know, I mean, obviously we can't say whether this ETF is going to get the green light, but something's going on. You know, this is very different to what we had going on, I think 1 or 2, maybe a couple of years ago, probably more now, where we had those original filings from crypto exchanges. I think, which one's filed? I can't remember. Is it Grayscale? I can't remember. When's this article from? I don't know if this is an old one. No, this is the recent one. Yeah, guys, so we'll just take a quick look at the high-profile spot Bitcoin ETF applications currently in play. I think this is fairly relevant. Of course, we've got BlackRock, which we mentioned a billion times. We've got Wisdom Tree as well, which we just mentioned too. Invesco Galaxy. So I don't know about the this company. Valkyrie. ARK Invest, that's Kathy Wood. I thought she already applied. Oh no, they also just... Oh yeah, no. Yeah, they filed in June 2021. But did they get rejected though, or has it been pending from 2021? That's what I'm saying, like how long does it... You know, what are the rules on these this ETF nonsense? Like, what's the time frame? I know there is a time frame. The failed ETF applications, Global X, here they are. Cryptoin. Yeah, good luck getting through the SEC with a name like Cryptoin. Fidelity, First Trust, Skybridge. Yeah, I remember that Skybridge. Stone Ridge, One River, Galaxy Digital was. Yeah. That's the one I was thinking of with Novogratz. Yeah, Grayscale was one. Van Eck. So there have been a lot of failed filings. Oh, and this is actually a pretty interesting fact as well that I forgot about. Winklevoss twins, Gemini founders, guys, first filed for a Bitcoin ETF like trust in 2013. The SEC has dragged its feet over the idea. It has repeatedly delayed making decisions on multiple Bitcoin ETFs over the last few years, causing firms like Van Eck to pull out their applications over fears the SEC would reject them. Wow, 2013. Winklevoss twins tried to file. That is something. That is quite interesting. Yeah, wow. Absolutely crazy. No worries, For Justice. Thanks for being here in the chat, my man. Appreciate that. So we'll run it into some NFT news, guys, before we wrap up. We've been running for about 52 minutes. We'll probably just run this stream for just over an hour. So yeah, guys, appreciate the likes coming in and everyone being here on the stream. If you guys got any loaded lines you want me to check out as well, then more than happy to go ahead and have a bit of a look at that as well. So what's been happening with the price after the main city update, the main city launch, guys? So look, we're going to play this. I'm just going to play this through. I'm not going to run the sound because I don't want to get in trouble with copyright infringement, but we'll make this a little bit bigger. Yeah. Alright, guys, so this is the trailer for Main City, which the launch is officially coming on October 30th, 2023. The play-to-earn game, Crypto.com's play-to-earn game. You've got NFT land, you've got NFT profile pics in the Cybercubs, the loaded lines, you've got utility NFTs such as the Expedition Gear packs. There's a lot going on. Let's have a look. Actually, I think... Oh, sorry guys. Yeah, sorry, I don't want to play the music because I'm going to get in trouble. Okay, so this is the land. These are the tiers of land, the different tiers going from lowest to highest. That's the mythical land there, around $4,000 floor at the moment. So I guess this is the gameplay, how it's going to look. So you're placing things down, they're earning you money. I have to be honest, it looks a little tacky. It's not 100% my jam, but I can easily get around it. If the gameplay's fun at the end of the day, that's what I'm really focusing on. And sell on the open market, compete with your friends on the leaderboard. And essentially, like, the more NFTs you have, I think the more earning potential you do have. Yeah, 30th of the 8th. So what do you guys reckon about that one? I'd be interested to know. What I personally think is, what I really like straight off is that it doesn't look like they're trying to bite off more than they can chew. It looks like a really simple game. I mean, that's a game that could have been well and truly developed and successful in like the early 90s, possibly even the late 80s. Alright, so if we're in 2023, you know, hopefully they're taking a bit of a hit in terms of complexity of the game, and they're really putting a lot of effort into thinking about how can we really make this not just a fad game that's around for like a few months or a few weeks, right, or even a year, but how can we make this a sustainable game that's actually going to be around for, you know, well, an indefinite period of time. That's really what we want to see from this game. That's what I want to see, you know, and it's never been done before. It's a big feat. We don't know who the specific developers are, which would be great. Hopefully they'll come out with that at some stage. Don't know why they haven't, but yeah, maybe they're just waiting to drop a bombshell on us. But yeah, who knows, folks, who knows. So loaded lines though, on the back of that news, didn't really see any movement. You know, they've always held the floor pretty strong above $1,000 at the moment. Okay, I bought mine at around just under 2,000, I think. 1.3k at the moment, guys, so pretty cheap. So we'll go through and have a bit of a look, see if there's any decent floor lines on the floor. Here, he's got a rank 4209. He's pretty nice. Don't really love the combination of traits there, but rarity ranking's pretty good. Rarity ranking's good here too, 3305 on this fella with the laser eyes. Got a 4832 here. Haven't really seen too much I like just yet. Always like the katana and black style, but don't know, not really a fan of the cowboy hat. We've got a super rare one here just sitting on the floor. Well, it's kind of quite a bit above the floor actually, 1549, but that's a good rarity rank there, guys, 1255. Can't say I'm a huge fan of the t-shirt or the background, but he's rare. He's rare, folks. Very, very rare. Yeah, I can't say there's too much I'm really kind of interested from an aesthetic point of view. Sitting on the floor or close to the floor at the moment. But this guy's nice, but the hat doesn't work. The yellow and the red works exceptionally well. Love that. If he just had that other style of hat, the flat hat, that's a W. Not a great rarity though. He's pretty dope. He's boss actually. I like this dude here. I like the red skin. The red skin's really nice. That's a nice trait. If anyone's got loaded lines in the stream they want me to take a bit of a look at, Cyber Cubs, anything like that, let me know. We'll move on to the Cyber Cubs, have a look. The floor's sitting at about 190 out of that 10k supply. See if we got any rare ones on the floor here. There's a few in like the 4,000 kind of rarity category. 4,000, 4,4, 4,9, 3,1. Kind of looks okay-ish. 2,9. This guy's up there quite a bit. 1,9. Cybercub 5,668. Awful traits. And if we go have a look at the crypto.com land, the floor's sitting at about $58. So that might have gone up a tiny bit maybe. I think it might have been $54 last week. Can't quite remember exactly, but have a look and see what Mythical's doing. So you can get some mythical mythical land for under 4 now. We've got one at 3.8. 3.8, but yeah, sitting pretty comfortably above 4K there. Yeah, so people are not letting those go for cheap. These ones are sitting at 720. I think they were up at around 1,000 when I was looking at maybe buying one. So yeah, I think I got an epic, but I don't think I got a legendary. So I might look at getting a legendary at some point. Then epics probably dropped down quite a bit. Yeah, 280. Down at 280. Got one of these. Rares, but down at 102. So that's a pretty fair price, I reckon. Now I'm kind of interested in the backpacks. $9 floor. That hasn't moved a lot. Mythical sitting at 649. Yeah, so kind of haven't seen like a huge jump in the price on the news of the launch there. So I feel like the launch of the game in October is not really priced in. We might see, I mean, you would think that we could see some price movement maybe a bit closer to the launch of the game. If they're a release a bit more gameplay and things like that, then we could expect to see a little bit of that. This is one of the NFTs I'm looking at possibly opening a position with sometime maybe in the next few months. Next 1 or 2 months. Bit of a hefty price tag, but I think it's a pretty good shout. I think it's pretty fair price to earn or to own a mythical expedition gear. You know, having something top tier at crypto.com, I think, has some value there. Some value for money for sure. Alrighty guys, so I've been running for about 54 minutes in the stream. Appreciate everyone being here. So yeah folks, let us know if you got any lines you want me to check out or anything like that. Yeah, thanks for jumping in for Justice. No worries man, you can just watch. If you want to jump onto the start of the stream, you can always just rewind it. Appreciate you being here guys. Anyone who's new on the stream, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time every single Sunday. We're running the Crow Show on episode 12 today. We'll be doing episode 13 of course next week. Ash Trey says let's go Crow. Absolutely man, let's go to the moon Crow, let's do it. Oh, and congratulations to your wife for Justice on getting her first Cyber Cub at 6123 just today. Good shout, good shout. Yeah, very good, very good. Let's check that one out then, huh? 6123. How are we going? Nice. Not too bad, not too bad. Decent rarity within the top 7,000, 6,401. I actually do like the eyes there. Yeah, duo coloured eyes at the 1% there. That's quite nice, isn't it? I like that. Cool katana in the back. Yeah, you know, this is, you know, considering the Cyber Cubs are just such a, yeah, don't know, not the best collection aesthetically. Bit of an exception though, this one, CyberCub6123. So yeah, I think your wife's done well to get this one. Nice work. Great to have that duo coloured trait there down at 1% rarity. The Black Katana is also on a 2%, which is definitely pretty cool too. Yeah, that's a W, man. Good work, good work. Really good. I like it. The background colour, there might have been a better combination for that background colour for the red skin. Like, could have been like a yellow. I mean, maybe not yellow because it's got a yellow t-shirt at crypto.com, but maybe like, I don't know, a green or something like that. Nice, guys. Alright, so I've been running for an hour and 5 minutes, guys, so probably going to look at wrapping up the stream just in a moment, guys. So I'm just going to give it a moment, see if you guys got any more questions or closing things you want me to just check out before wrapping up. But yeah, we'll probably just run for a couple more minutes, guys, and then we'll wrap it up for the day. But yeah, you know, I think in short, guys, you know, just remain patient. Oh, I think maybe I missed out on a couple of comments there. Steezy McCheesy, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for being in the stream. Appreciate you, man. Carlos Lamera, hi man, how are you? Nice to see you from Portugal. Well, almost having Crow 1 USD at halving. What do you think about Crow price during halving? I have the ICE Visa card because of your first videos. Yeah. Look, I think it's inevitable that Crow has a bit of a move when the halving comes up. We kind of spoke a little bit about that sort of in the middle stages of the stream. But yeah, you know, so long as Crow continue to maintain their utility for their token, you know, there's a lot of reasons why you'd want to hold Crow and get interest on the DeFi wallet, vouchers and, you know, superchargers and all random kinds of things on the app. But yes, myself, I'm only staking it. I'm not really using it for anything else at the moment. But yeah, as I always say, you know, I like what crypto.com are doing, just constantly grinding behind the scenes. You know, they're putting in the work, putting in the effort. So, you know, that's essentially why I'm a big believer in the project. But yeah, that hurts, man. You know, obviously buying at all-time high, that sucks. There's no real positive way you can spin that, but yeah, I don't know. I think if you've already taken those unrealized gains now, then yeah, you might as well just kind of hold on for a bit. Just try and see it through. Alright guys, we've been streaming for an hour and 7 minutes. Really appreciate everyone who was on the stream today. Massive shout out. If you haven't liked the video yet and you enjoy the stream, then make sure you smash that like button, guys. Subscribe if you're not already. Turn the notification bells on. I'm trying to bring out regular content every single week. I'm trying to amp it up. I'm trying to do daily content. It's not like that at the moment. I'm probably on about roughly 4 videos a week talking about crypto.com, Gala games. This is definitely going to be a permanent stream running every single Sunday, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. When Main City goes live as well, folks, let me know. I might do a community poll as well, but I'm going to have, I'll probably have a separate stream where I'm just playing Main City. I don't know when it'll be. Maybe it'll be on a Saturday night or something. So it'll be on a Sunday night. Maybe it'll be on a Saturday night. So Sunday will be more of the general overview stream, and Saturday I'll probably throw in, the Main City stream, just playing Main City on live stream, and we can all, you know, whoever's on the Main City can get involved. We can chat about that and just kind of talk about, I guess, you know, the best ways to make the most out of Main City, earnings from that point of view and everything like that. And then I'm aiming to kind of get one Sunday, well, it'll be, maybe Sunday morning, a third stream in for some Gala Games gaming as well. Alright, so yeah guys, again, appreciate you. Make sure you smash the likes, and we'll catch you next